Welcome back to Clockin Talks, and today we have a very special guest with us, Ella. How are you, Ella?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm also doing very great. So let's quickly start. What make you to get into coaching? What's your background? Tell us about that.
Sure. So I'm a London-based life coach, accredited by International Coaching Federation. I'm also a psychotherapist.
Okay.
What got me into this area was actually my own personal journey.
Yeah.
When I became a mom, so I saw some common things that I was experiencing in my life among many other women as well. And I decided to do something about it. So I created a company called Virtually Unbreakable that focuses on creating educational products and services around improvement of mental health, emotional health in women, men, and children.
So firstly, I really,
And
yeah, you can continue.
no, please
No, I
continue.
was just saying that I really like the name Virtually Unbreakable. How did that name come to you?
Actually, a company was originally called Virtually Thrive,
Okay.
and following some minor dispute with another company in the UK who had a website, I believe, called Virtually Thrive, I decided to change the name of the company,
Yeah.
and I wanted it to reflect the type of personality that I was becoming, the type of person I was becoming myself. And I wanted the same for my clients. So I wanted them to all become very resilient, very happy, and positive about life, and basically virtually unbreakable.
Yeah.
So that's where it came from.
That's a really good name. So, what do you actually help people with? Like,
So I maybe I'll start add to what I said before. So my company, Virtually Unbreakable, focuses on creating products. That means books and e-courses. I also have a podcast called Virtually Unbreakable on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Uh, as a therapist, I also offer life coaching sessions online as well as face to face in the UK, in London. But online, I work internationally with many different clients from different countries. So, what it is, it's helping people on their journey to happiness, to put very shortly. Um, I see a lot of problems in the society that are not addressed in the way that I believe they should be addressed, talking about mental health issues and stress and pressure and identity in marriage, identity in motherhood, in fatherhood, with no stigma and no judgment. So that's what I do in my podcast and in my books. And I just want to show quickly. So I have written three books,
oh, nice.
and yes, and the first one is called "Teach Your Kids to Build a Positive Self-Image," and it's in English, and it's
Yeah,
a self-help guide on how to raise confident and happy children, because these days children have a lot of more complex issues in the society and loads more pressure than perhaps I did when I was a child. But I'm familiar with it as a parent and as a therapist. So this book is for parents on how to create resilience in their children. I have also written a book for moms, mental health guide for busy moms, and it's again it's a self-help. It's not very thick, it's quite
yeah,
good, so easy to read, lots of exercises, very practical tips, and real life scenarios from my work with clients, addressed to moms who struggle with their balance between being a mom and being a human. And my last book, Finding Love, is about romantic relationships and how to create happiness in a marriage and a happiness in a relationship, regardless of religion, sex, or sexual orientation. It's for everyone, and it's on Amazon. All books are on Amazon,
Yeah,
and are very practical and very self-help guides. So anybody can use them.
yeah, yeah.
So that's my work, that's my passion.
Yeah, I really like the impact you are putting through your coaching. Like you are writing books to, share your passion, impact, and what knowledge you want to impact to the society. I really like that fact. And guys, if you want to purchase that book, I think ebook version will also be available on Amazon, right?
There are all three of them are available as paper copy or ebooks.
Okay,
They're also available as audiobooks.
okay.
And I'm happy to include the link, so you can share the
Yeah, yeah.
link with the audience.
Yeah, I will definitely share the link below in the description. So, how long are you into this coaching and what do you used to do before this coaching?
Yeah, so I've been a life coach for the last 2 years and a therapist for about 4 years. Before that, I was working in human resources and recruitment and people resourcing departments of various organizations internationally. I was always based in London, but I worked with international companies all over the world, helping them find talent, helping them, find the best people for their companies.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did that for about 8 years before
Oh,
that.
that's really great. So let's get back to 3 years, like your early stage of coaching. How did you get your first client and what has worked for you in the beginning that,
Yeah. So that was, and for many coaches is a tricky part.
yeah,
Uh, the first clients came from people that I knew. So as a coach, and to get accredited, you actually need to complete 120 hours of practice. And I can't remember now, but I think about half of it needs to be paid by people. So it could be paid very little, but it still has to be paid. So the first challenge was to find these people
yeah,
that will pay me for my first service that I was when I was still training. And that came from colleagues. So colleagues who completed the course with me, and their friends and family members recommended me, and I started practicing. I completed my 120 hours. I got past the exam to become accredited coach internationally. And now I'm on about close to 300, 400 out between 300 and 400 hours of practice. And all my clients, pretty much all my clients now come from LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and some referrals.
oh, that's really nice. So, like your main traffic source is LinkedIn and Instagram, right?
Yes, I would say about 50% are recommendations
Yeah,
and about 50% are split between LinkedIn. And I've got a LinkedIn newsletter that I
yeah.
publish twice a week. And a lot of good clients come from that. Yeah.
Okay. So, which type of content do you post on your socials?
Content that will be inspiring to my audience. That means, content about how to manage stress, how to in life, how to manage conflict in a relationship, how to look after yourself and your mental health when you are a parent. Anything related to what I do. So anything related to creating emotional resilience.
I've seen that many people post content around that, but when I saw your post, your approach was something different. Tell me about that. What approach do you put in your coaching, and what's your message you want to give?
Um, I would consider myself as a little bit of spiritual coach. So I'm a spiritual person, and I very much believe in the link between spirituality and our health. And that means that finding that part in you, in your inner world, your spirit, your soul, and connecting with that part and self-discovering, about your needs, your wants, your dreams, understanding what is your purpose. So that's the way I make a difference in work with clients, is that I help them reconnect with their inner world and their true desires and their true goals in life, not the ones given by mom or dad or society, and help them rediscover themselves and create an identity that is resilient and strong.
Yeah, that's really great message. So, talking about your business, what's the one change that had make a great impact, career-wise for you?
Talking about my business, what's one thing that made the biggest difference? I think real conversations with people.
Yeah,
So I think these days, so much, and I made this mistake myself. Young entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general spend so much time behind the computer, doing so much online, and not think they understand their customer, they think they understand their problems, but actually they don't talk enough to people to truly understand their pain points and to truly understand what drives their decisions. And I think when I started approaching that bit differently, meaning speaking to more people on the phone, face to face, online via Zoom, and really working with clients in psychotherapy setting, I saw a lot of patterns emerging. And that's where I started tailoring my content and tailoring my products and my approach to my client needs, so that they really feel like someone's helping them,
yeah,
rather than just. And the way I work is that I don't tell you how to live, I don't give you advice, I help you rediscover yourself through asking skilled questions. So you have the wisdom inside you already,
yeah,
and I help you on that journey, rediscover that wisdom, connect with it, and then I help you create the next steps on your journey that will put you in on the journey towards your goals.
yeah,
So I'm more like a partner and less like a conventional psychotherapist.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like many people talk to nowadays AI, chat GPT, but it gives a different sort of answers, but you basically help in real and raw conversations, right?
Yeah,
This is what
I
I got.
think yeah, yeah, I think AI is a fantastic thing, very helpful in many life areas. But when it comes to human beings that need healing, that have experienced trauma, that have real life problems with their wife or husband, AI can give you some well researched advice, but it cannot guide you through the process of how to really reconnect with your wife, or how to really find even the right partner, because lots of people are very lonely these days and can't meet their life partner, don't know what they're doing wrong. And this is where I come in and I partner with you so that you don't feel lonely on this journey, you know?
Yeah. Like I've also seen like in modern world, many people feel disconnected even with themselves. They feel that
Oh,
no
yeah.
one is with them, but they can reconnect. They can, get help
Totally.
through coaching and do multiple things which can help them. So over the
Yeah.
period of time, what key advice or what key learning do you want to give to the audience? Like, what should they do to reconnect themselves?
Yeah. Have the First of all, okay, I'll say three things. Number one, find time in your busy schedule to do something for yourself. And ideally, it should be an activity that is good for your nervous system. So shopping wouldn't necessarily be a great idea or great example, although it can be exciting. But find time regularly in your weekly schedule where you can find time for meditation, for yoga, for a catch up with a friend, or for a walk in the park without a screaming child. And do this regularly. That's number one. Number
I
two,
want to just add one thing. Like for me, I love talking to new people around the world. So that was the major reason to start this talk show, that I wanted to connect
mhm.
with different people because I love making connections. And this was the main thing behind that podcast. And now you can continue with the second and the following.
Brilliant. Sure. So, second thing I would say is to have the courage um, to listen to yourself, have the courage to listen to your dreams, have the courage to be curious about who you really are, explore your interests, have the courage to um, start a new university degree or a course or a training. Have the courage to change your job if you really don't like it, you know? So, number one is creating the space to switch off the noise around you. Number two, when you created that space to be calm and quiet in your mind and connected with your heart, to then seek the clarity, to be curious about who you really are and what you
Yes.
really want from life, and have the courage to explore that. I
Yeah.
would say these are the main tips. And number three, continue on that journey. Don't give up.
Yeah, many people give up on like step one of anything or like after 3, 4 days of doing one thing. But I think we should be consistent and doing that thing continuously to get the best results. So I think this was all for this. But tell me, Ella, where can people find you and connect with you?
Sure. So you can find my books on Amazon. My name is Ela Senghera, as you can see on the screen. You can also find me on my website, which is virtuallyunbreakable.co. And there I offer actually free discovery calls. So if you are not sure if coaching could be for you, life coaching or mindset coaching, there is an opportunity to book a 20-minute free call where we will talk through what your goals are and how I can help you. And I work with lots of clients, professionals who have found me that way and found it really helpful. So I hope that is helpful for your listeners too.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks a lot again, Ella, for coming to this talk show. And yeah, see you all in the next one. Thanks a lot.